Enanga,
Hmm.
how to teach a prose lesson?
Okay.
This is a request from one of our subscribers.
Okay.
Could you tell me how to do it?
Sure. I'll tell you. Before that, hi friends.
friends.
Welcome to English Aratai.
Firstly, tell me what is the meaning of the word prose?
Okay. Prose means written language in its ordinary form as opposed to poetry.
Very good.
Any written language which is not in the poetical form is prose.
Very good. Precisely said.
Okay.
So, how would you differentiate spoken, written, and poetic language forms?
Okay. I've got examples for that. Okay. Let me read those examples. Number one. She is up and about.
She is up and about. Okay.
This is in the spoken form,
Yes.
which is extremely casual. Why? Because up and about is an idiomatic expression.
Yes.
So the meaning of the sentence is she is no longer ill and she is able to move around.
Move around, which means she has recovered.
She has recovered.
Yes.
This word comes in the written form.
Recovered.
Recovered is actually a formal expression.
Okay.
Okay. So if I say she has recovered from illness and able to move around, this becomes a written language.
Okay.
So she is up and about is spoken. She has recovered from illness and able to move around is written form of language.
Okay, then how would you say that in the poetic language?
Poetic language. Let me read that. No longer bound by the bed in pain, she dances in the sun again.
Okay.
So, even this particular poetic line has the same meaning. But this is not in the prose form.
True.
Okay.
True.
Whereas the second sentence, that is in the prose form. So this is the difference between spoken, written, and poetic language.
Fair enough. In that case, what are the steps that need to be followed to teach a prose lesson?
Okay. I've got a few points, to say. Step one, giving a few points about the author.
About the author. Okay.
In terms of his style, in terms of what sort of genre he selects. So these things.
Good.
For example, R.K. Narayan, one of my favorite authors.
Mine too.
Okay. He always chose the life of a common man.
True.
Okay. For an example, Malgudi Days. Swami and his friends.
You have Mr. Sampath.
Mr. Sampath, the vendor
of sweets.
The vendor of sweets. So, if you see these stories, it all has, the life of a common man.
True. True.
Okay, especially Malgudi Days. So as I told you, so these things need to be, told to the students in terms of the author's style and in terms of the genre. Okay, because these things are very important for the students to get connected with that particular prose lesson.
Very true.
Okay,
Very true.
okay. Then discussing the title. Okay, for an example, let's take one of the stories of Malgudi Days. God and the Cobbler.
Okay.
Okay, it's a realistic fiction. That story is a conversation between a hippie and the cobbler.
Hippie. Okay.
I think you know hippie.
Yes.
They were so famous in the late 60s and 70s, early 70s, because they didn't have, certain ways to live. They always felt that the traditional ways of living is not that right. They were drug users. They had long hair. Their way of style was totally different. They didn't choose to live a traditional life.
Certain characters were portrayed in movies as well.
Even in one of the movies of Santanam, Gulu Gulu, Santanam lives actually the life of the hippie.
Right.
Of course, he doesn't have that dressing style or hairstyle, but the way the way he lives in that film is actually the lifestyle of a hippie.
Hippie, very true.
Okay, fine. So this is how it is. So this particular story, so what this story is all about. So this needs to be told to the students. Okay, and asking the students to leaf through the story. First, when the teacher enters the classroom, they need to give a couple of minutes time to the students for them to leaf through the entire lesson. So this will give a perfect understanding for the teachers to get to know their students,
in fact, students' understanding,
intelligibility, understandability, their receptivity, everything. Okay,
true.
Okay, fine. Then the next step. Now the teacher has to read the lesson aloud, explaining every sentence, both in terms of grammar and in terms of the context. Okay, discussing key vocabulary, discussing the phrases that are used in the sentences.
Very well said.
Okay, so I've got an example.
In fact, I was about to ask you to give an example with an excerpt.
Okay, fine. So I've got an excerpt actually from R.K. Narayan's God and the Cobbler.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
That is what we were discussing in the steps, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay. Nothing seemed to belong to him.
Yes.
Here, him means cobbler.
Cobbler.
So the meaning of the sentence is the cobbler didn't have anything.
He didn't own anything.
He didn't own anything. He sat on a strip of no man's land. No man's land means an area
which does not belong to anybody.
Okay, probably the government's land. Okay. So he sat on a strip of no man's land between the outer wall of the temple and the street.
Which means between the wall of the temple and the street.
So he was sitting almost near the temple wall. Okay. Next point. The branch of a margosa tree peeping over the wall provided shade and shook down on his head tiny whitish yellow flowers all day.
Okay.
Margosa tree means neem tree. Okay. So the tree is peeping over the wall from behind. So
which means the tree is inside the temple.
Inside the temple boundary.
Okay.
Okay. So
the branch is coming outside.
The branch is coming outside.
Over the wall.
Over the wall. Coming outside over the wall. This cobbler is sitting under that branch. As a result, he gets the shade. Okay, fine. And due to the bear, what happens is the tiny flowers of the tree are falling on his head throughout the day, all day. So that's the meaning.
Like showers.
Yeah. Next, the cobbler arriving for work in the morning tore off a couple of posters before settling down for day, finding various uses for them. So before settling for work, before sitting for work, the cobbler, he usually, tore off the posters from the wall. Why? For various uses.
Many uses.
What are those uses? He used the paper for wrapping food. Okay. Number 2, for his patrons to sit on while waiting.
Patrons?
Customers. Okay. He also slept on it when he felt the sun too hot. So for these uses, he uses those posters. So when the customers, approach him for some work, he makes those customers sit on that poster. This is one of the uses. Another thing is, whenever the sun is too hot, whenever he wants to rest, he lies down on that poster. This is the second use. And the major use is he sits on that poster and does his work.
Another one, as you said, is for food.
For food, yeah. Wrapping the food. Okay. So for these things, he uses that poster. So this is how, the teacher or probably the parents, they need to.
In fact, it is not only for teachers, it is for parents as well.
Yes, it's for parents. They need to, teach the kids. And the thing is, methodology of teaching differs from one individual to another individual.
Yes, that's true.
So this is my style of, teaching a prose lesson.
And with this particular sort of exercise, children can easily develop reading habit,
Exactly.
and also they can improve their fluency.
Exactly. Precisely stated.
Precisely. This reminds me of my school days, both as a student and as a teacher. In fact, my teacher,
Your English teacher.
my English teacher used to follow this way, and so did I as a teacher.
Okay, good. Interesting.
Interesting. So we'll see our friends with another interesting topic. Until then,
Bye, friends.